Ever scroll past those like Wall Street bets memes and kind of think, hey, maybe I could, maybe I could actually do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're diving into today, the wild world of day trading. We're going to unpack what it actually takes, the risks, and if it's really a legit path to riches or just like, a fancy casino in disguise.
It's such a fascinating topic. And you're so right. Anything that has the potential for huge reward also has, has some, comes with a unique set of rules and pitfalls, not to mention some pretty fascinating psychological elements.
Yeah, for sure. So before we get lost in the flashing numbers and like ticker tape, let's define it.
Yeah.
What are we even talking about when we say day trading?
So day trading is all about capitalizing on the very quick and often very small price swings that happen in the market. But here's the catch. It has to all happen within one single trading day.
Okay.
So it's really about, think of a surfer, right? Riding the waves, but then hopping off before they crash.
Okay, so it's not like long-term investing at all. It's more like catch a ride and jump off before it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. You got it. Long-term investors are playing the long game, but day traders, they are laser focused on those very, very short-term opportunities. I mean, we're talking like minutes or even seconds to make a move.
Oh, wow. See, that does sound kind of exciting, especially with all those stories we hear of people like making a fortune in their pajamas. But I have a feeling the reality is a lot more complicated, not to mention risky, than all that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Again, it's definitely alluring. The idea of, quick profits, making fast decisions, and being in control of, well, your financial destiny. It's a powerful image.
Yeah, it's almost like the Wild West, but with, faster horses and probably fancier hats.
Right.
But on a serious note, I can see how people, especially with apps that make it so easy to trade, would get swept up in it all.
Yeah, and that's where understanding the psychology behind trading is so important. It's so easy to fall into those common traps, like the gambler's fallacy, like, thinking, oh, I've had a string of bad luck, so big win must be right around the corner. But in reality, chasing those losses, it usually just leads to even bigger losses. It can be a dangerous spiral.
Right, so risk management, that's not just like some boring financial advice here. It's like essential for survival in this game.
It is absolutely essential for survival. Think of it like a poker player, right? The best poker players, they're not just lucky, they know when to hold them, they know when to fold them, and most importantly, they know exactly how much they can handle losing. And day trading, it's the exact same thing.
So that brings us to, well, what does it actually take? What skills do you need to play this high-stakes game? I mean, it's got to be more than just gut feeling and like, following some random Reddit thread,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, way more than that. You absolutely need a solid grasp of what's called technical analysis. And what that means is you got to understand chart patterns, market indicators, and basically be able to read those charts like it's a map, Like you can predict where those prices are going to go.
So it's like learning a whole new language just to understand like the market's mood swings and what it's going to do next.
It really is. Imagine, for example, you see a head and shoulders pattern on the chart. Now, that's a pattern that could signal that the stock price is about to make a U-turn. And that right there is very valuable information for a day trader. But then even beyond the technical side of things, you have to have discipline, you have to have a clear strategy, and the ability to think on your feet. You've got to make those decisions quickly under pressure.
Wow, that sounds really intense. And I imagine staying informed is a full-time job on its own, right? Like it seems like one tweet, one news headline could send the whole market into a frenzy these days.
Oh, absolutely. That's why doing your research, doing your due diligence constantly, it's non-negotiable. Economic indicators, what companies are doing, global news, all of that stuff has a ripple effect. A savvy day trader, they need to be ahead of all of that.
Okay, so we've laid out the playing field here. Now, the million-dollar question, is day trading, is it right for you? I mean, we've given you a sneak peek into this world, the potential, the risks, the skills, but ultimately, it's got to be your call to make.
And it's definitely not a decision to be taken lightly. At the end of the day, long-term success in day trading, it's not about, some lucky streak. It's about arming yourself with knowledge, a really, really solid strategy, that unwavering discipline that we talked about, and really understanding your own risk tolerance. How much are you willing to lose?
Exactly. We've given you the map, but you got to decide if you want to go on that treasure hunt. And here's something to think about, something for you all listening to ponder. If most day traders actually end up losing money, what is it that sets apart that small group who consistently come out on top? Is it just, are they just really good at it? Are they just super disciplined? Or is there something more to it than that?